first thing we need to talk. Let's talk about the NBA Finals. When I look at the NBA Finals, bro, it's some great games. Now I know the ratings not that high, but these are two small market teams. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not really tripping off the ratings because it's a small market team. And shout out to Legend of Winning because he says this all the time. The NBA does a bad job with promoting the league, bro, and they really do. They really do. Because in my opinion, bro, there's no way we shouldn't have seen. Not saying that what Indiana did, we all should have saw coming. But there's no way you didn't prepare us and tell us about why Indiana's so good. What are they doing to be so effective and to keep winning games? Because I think they had the second most wins in 2025 out of all the. I think they had the second most. The OKC's on they had the most. So when I'm looking at that, there obviously it has a formula that's working. Why would people not put on by this? Why y'all wasn't educating us on this about what's going on? Why was educated on Tyrese Halliburton? Why is it that we get to now and now people know who Miles Turner? Miles Turner been in the league for 10 years. These teams, it should be more buzz and they should be talked about more. Before the finals even got started, they should have been talked about. And my issue with it is they don't NBA does a poor job of promoting the game. They do. They do. Because when all you doing is sitting around, keep talking about the same teams all the time, bro, on ESPN, on NBA TV, when all you doing, TNT do it sometimes too. When all you doing is talking about the same teams, how can fans really get invested when those teams don't make it, and now you got these other teams that you have not talked about, you barely talk about. Only time you do talk about them if it's a tournament, the little tournament jump, or you're talking about them because they're on a winning streak or they're a top seed. You should talk about them in general if they're competitive and they're a good team. And what I see is none of these teams does that. I mean, not none, but none of these networks do that, or the NBA itself, they don't do that. NFL, look at the NFL. The NFL, all they do is promote. All they do is promote. Every week they promote. It's times where the Saints went 2-0, and for a whole week we was talking about can the Saints go to the Super Bowl after starting 2-0. But you know what that's doing? That's putting eyes on the Saints. That make people watch. Let me go watch the Saints. The Saints, they good, even if they suck. That make people go watch them, saying, "Oh, is the Saints good or not?" NBA, they don't do that. They don't do that. So who cares about Indiana? Who cares? Let's say Washington's good next year. They're not going to do enough good a job to promote Washington. So if let's say Washington goes to the NBA Finals, nobody not going to get no fuck. Let's say next year's NBA Finals is who sucked this year. Let's look at it. Washington and Utah Jazz. That's the NBA Final next year. That's going to be worse. The rating's going to be 10 times worse than it is now. Why? Because the NBA, ESPN, and a lot of these networks, they don't do a good enough job promoting these teams like they should. They don't, and they should, but a lot of these players are good. And none of them get talked about. The same people get talked about, bro. And they're on their way out the door to retire. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron. I love LeBron James. LeBron, at his age, he's already established. He can get 2 topics. LeBron don't need 4, 5 topics, bro. They spread LeBron out. His topic, they do a topic about LeBron and his son. Then they talk about the Lakers. Then they talk about LeBron again because he won another championship. It's like, bro, let's talk about LeBron and the Lakers. Talk about that. Then let's talk about some of these teams that's actually successful. Let's talk about OKC. OKC deserves 3 to 4 topics. But they're successful, they're winning. If I believe, let's say Cleveland made the final NBA Finals this year, the Raiders will be the same as Indiana and OKC because when we looking at it, a lot of these teams, but like I said, NBA don't promote them. Or they're small market, they're small market. So what? They small market. Still talk about them. They win, they win. They win, they win. I don't get like me, bro. If you love basketball, it shouldn't matter who's in the finals. You're gonna watch it. It shouldn't matter who's in the finals, you're gonna watch it. That's how I look at it. But a lot of times what we see is a lot of these people, they don't care. If it's not the Lakers, if it's not the Celtics, which is weird to me, they don't want to watch it. And to me, that's not good. That's not good, bro. Because the NBA and these networks that pay to have rights to the NBA to produce videos and broadcast some of the games, they should do a better job with getting the fans, the people in the stands, they're bringing us up on these new guys coming in the game, bro. We should know who the next guys are. We don't know until they go to the NBA playoffs and do something. Then we're like, oh, Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, Shea. But it's like the whole season he was doing this. Why wouldn't talk about it then? Shea Good Alexander been averaging 30 for the last 3 straight years. We make it seem like this nigga just came on the scene. He been balling. But that's on Adam Silver and them. They have to do a better job with promoting the game. Now, strictly talking about the NBA Finals, great finals. Great final. Man, Pacers, I'll pay to go to it. I'll pay to actually go to a Pacer game, bro. I love their style of play. Now I don't know if it's gonna win the NBA Finals, but I enjoy watching Tyrese Halliburton just take care of everybody. He feed everybody on the court, bro. To the center, power forward, small forward, and the shooting guard. He feed everybody. Then he can get his own too. He can Joe put 27 on you for 13 assists and 6 rebounds. Then you got Siakam who balled, who can put up, do some points, bro. So both team, I like both teams. I think OKC overall they have more depth. Their depth they have a better. I like their depth better than I like Indiana because at some points OKC can put out 3 or 4 dudes out there. Sometimes when Indiana need a bucket, they're not. You can tell Rick Carlisle he's only comfortable putting Tybin out there or McConnell. That's only the 2 people he's really confident in. If you really watch the NBA Finals, he's really confident off the bench. Tybin and TJ McConnell. But when it comes to OKC, Mark he played majority of everybody. He getting everybody some reps in. And that's what I like about both of them teams. They do go out, they do open up their bench. They get some players in to rest their guys up, unlike the Knicks, who Tom Thibodeau only gonna play about 1 or 2 dudes off the bench and everybody else gotta play. You know what I'm saying? I actually don't like that. But Indiana OKC, bro, this is a good final. Game 1 shocked me. Because OKC is whooping them the whole game. Then they let Indiana march back. Terry Halliburton, game winner. Second game, OKC showed no. They had to win that game. It was a must win for them. They won that game. Third game, OKC was terrible in the fourth quarter. Indiana took advantage of that. Miles Turner had a great game. He had some great defensive stops. Pascal Siakam was doing his thing. Everybody, it was you know what I'm saying. It was a team effort. They all did. They all did what they had to do. Closed out their game. Won by I think. Then they won by 9 points. Beat them by 9. This fourth game, Indiana let the game. They choked the game. Indiana supposed to win that game. It was no way Indiana supposed to be 3-1. They supposed to be 3-1 right now. It is no way they're not 3-1. And right now in the game, they were down 18. Now they clawing back in the fourth quarter. So let me see let's check the score out. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Oh, 89, 82. Okay. Okay, that was up. Okay. CJ McConnell just traveled. Okay, CJ went down, bust down to 3. 92. 90, they up by 10 again. Okay. That's a good game. That's a good game. But yeah, man, I like the NBA Finals. But I've been watching. I've been enjoying them. I'm not watching it right now because I'm doing the pod. I probably cut it on in a minute. But I just think when it comes to these small market teams, if the NBA did a better job with promoting these guys, bro, fans will be invested and they would want to watch it. But once you sit back and all you want to wait till the playoffs start to see if they're good or not to promote them, bro, why would fans care? Why would a fan care about a team and they only been knowing about them and educated on them for a week? You want to get a fan invested in a team, they should be talked about in January, February. Sometime earlier than that, in November, December, if they start the season off strong. Like OKC did. So to me, it just don't make sense to why people should be more invested in this NBA finals because this is a good finals. We all talk about type of basketball. This is great basketball we're seeing in NBA finals. And it's unfortunate the ratings are low. And I think the reason why, because you got to blame Adam Silver and them for not promoting and getting fans invested. So that's my take on the NBA finals overall. I think this game, OKC got it right now. They should win this game. OKC don't win this game, that's on OKC. You can't let Tyrese Halliburton and them boys come back. You know what I'm saying? You got your foot on their neck. You got to keep it on there, bro. Extend that lead and win it. Let's go and let's now you up 2-3-2. You up 3-2 now. Now let's go to the crib. They go to Indiana crib and let's go win that finals. Or if you lose that, at least you got another game to come and now you play them in game 7 on Sunday. But okay, so you got to take advantage. You up by 10. You got to keep your foot on their neck. Now they had a little breathing room because they had you down. They came up from 18. They scored 11 points to be down 7, and now a 3. Then brought it back down. So come on now. Okay, so you can't be bullshitting. What's up, bro?
What's up, Brody? How you doing?
I'm doing good, my bro.
Yeah, you ugly as hell, but yeah.
Okay, so now I look good, bro. I look good. I know. Yeah. No, I know you used to just being ugly your damn self. So you see a good looking nigga, pause. You think I'm ugly. Don't put your insecurities on me, brother. Okay? Thank you. My eyebrows naturally sexy, you feel?
Yeah.
But look, but nah, I'm talking about NBA Finals. I'm talking about these ratings, bro. The ratings is low, but I blame Adam Silver and them, bro, because at the end of the day, you have to
Oh,
do a better job with promoting the league, bro. Got to promote this league, bro. We should not be knowing about OKC and Indy. We shouldn't be educated when the playoffs start. We should be already educated on them and be prepared to watch and see what they do in the playoffs. And that's my issue with the NBA. They don't get you invested. You only they try to get you invested once the team is in the conference finals. It don't work like
yes.
that, bro. Why
I
would I
mean,
care now?
with the ratings being low, I don't give a fuck because it's good basketball being played. So it's like the real
I ca
fans really don't care because these niggas is hooping, right? Even with the
but
rules
still,
and the
that's
game
bad though,
being
bro.
soft and all that shit, you got to give it up to these niggas because they hooping. You got to say that at first. With
Yeah,
even
you
with the
do,
ratings
but
being,
you do, but at the end of the day, the ratings being low is a bad look on the league because you're not
it
promoting
is,
the talent. But
it is.
people
But
like Tyrese
basketball,
Halliburton,
basketball always gonna be watched.
but still though, it cool. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, bro, my problem with the game in general is we should know more. But listen, starting in 2025, bro, the year 2025, OKC got the most wins. The second most is Indiana. That means these are two teams that were very successful ending the season and going into the playoffs. They should have been talked about, bro. They were not.
Well, you
We
got
keep
two
talking about
small market
we did,
teams as well, though. Two
but
small
my
market
issue is
teams.
we did more about who gonna dethrone OKC instead of talking about OKC. Or is the Lakers gonna dethrone them? Is the Nuggets gonna dethrone them? We never talked about OKC and we kept talking about is Luka and the LeBron gonna throw them? Are the Mavs gonna go back to the playoffs? Bro, the Mavs was a 10th seed. We talking about they gonna go to the finals. Like what are we doing, bro? This is literally on TV. Are the Mavs a contender and they're a 10th seed?
Yeah.
That bro, we could be taking that time of talking about that and talking about OKC Big Three. That's what we should be talking about. Jalen Williams, Chet, and Shea. That's what we should be talking about. Why are we talking about a Mavs team who's at best gonna lose in the first round? That's their best is
Yeah.
losing the first round. There's nothing better than that. You're gonna lose your best is losing the first round.
I mean, I feel like you more mad about like trade media because the trade happened, and then of course everybody's gonna talk about the Lakers and Mavs, of course. But it's like we had this underlying like
But they
it's
never
always
talked
like
about
that.
them though,
We
bro.
got this underlying sleeper team, like, and they're not even really sleepers. Indiana won the conference finals last year, so it's like we got these dark horse, and then they two small markets. But like other times when it's been a small market, it's been a what do you call it? Like a globally talented player on there. Like Cleveland, we had LeBron, small market. Golden State, we had Steph. Shit, we had Steph KD on Golden State at the same time. So like Indiana does not have Tyrese is not. I mean, next year we'll be talking about him for face of the league, but nobody was talking about him for face of the league at all, right?
Yeah.
Um, so like it's like you gotta have that star power with the finals for the ratings to be like what it is, like
Mhm.
LeBron, Steph, uh, all that shit. So I mean, I feel like it's more of who's in the finals than than. I mean, and then we talking about people like Rick Carlisle has a championship, Pascal Siakam has a championship. Like it's players that's really really good. Caruso has a championship. Um, so I just think it's the ratings is because
The
them
NBA,
known
bro. They
players
don't
aren't in the
promote.
finals. Them no
Bro,
like
the
them known
NBA don't promote the players, bro. The NBA don't. When you do more talking about LeBron every year, bro, and LeBron's 50 years, when we're watching NBA Today on ESPN, and 4 or 5 of the topics are LeBron James all the fucking time, bro. That's time you're taking away from these other teams that actually have legitimate chance of actually competing in that year's playoffs.
yes.
So if we're in 2025 and Indiana has the second most wins in the start of the 2025 year, and OKC has number one, why are they not being talked about? As okay, because Indiana has a chance of going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Did we ever have a conversation about them going back again? Did the NBA today ever talk about that? Did the NBA ever talk about okay? Now they want to talk about is Shea the next this and that? But they should have been doing that during the playoff. They should have been doing that during the season. If you were to start doing these Kobe Bryant talks and all this shit during the season, even if you don't like it, I know people like to compare. Even if you don't like it, people will still be invested. They want to watch him just to even say something negative or say yeah, he is. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why you got to have these conversations. It should have been more talk. Is Shea a Kobe? Is Shea a this?
No, well, it was Shea talk. It was we not going. He was in the MVP. Like he was averaging 30. Like we was talking about Shea
Bro, they barely
for
talking
sure.
about
We wasn't
Shea,
talking about
dog.
Indiana. No, we was
They
talking about Shea.
barely,
We was talking about
bro, they
Shea.
barely talk about Shea, dog.
Nigga,
They
he's
do.
the
They talk. They talk,
no.
bro. They talk, bro. They talk about Shea a lot. They don't, bro. Shea should be talked about way more, bro.
But that's that
Way
market
more.
shit though. That's when that
No,
market
it
comes
ain't. It's
into
the
play.
NBA, dog. It's the
It is
NBA.
though.
They're trash. They don't know how to promote. You know what? Let me tell you why the NFL is so great. And I was just saying this to the audience earlier, bro. The NFL is so great because they keep everybody got eyes on them until the Super Bowl. That's why the rating of the Super Bowl always high. Even if it's low, it's only low by like a mil or two. It ain't crazy low to what point it's like, oh, that's bad. It's like, okay, this is 1 or 2. Look at the city they in. But it's always
Yeah.
pretty much high. The reason why is this. Each team has a storyline that everybody's invested in the whole season.
Yes.
Each team has a storyline that everybody's invested in during the whole season. And then certain teams, depending on their record, get overly talked about for a whole week. When the Saints went 2-0, what everybody was talking about? Are the Saints going to win the Super Bowl? Are the Saints going to win the Super Bowl? They didn't. They obviously started losing a whole bunch of games. But that was what everybody was talking about the Saints. So the next time they play, I bet you that game was the ratings was crazy because people want to see the Saints because they're like, oh, the Saints good this year. Let me go watch the Saints. The NBA don't do that. A lot of people don't care. They go even if OKC go on a 5-game winning streak. Let's say the Wizards be good next year, bro. They're not gonna do enough good a job of they'll keep talking about LeBron. And yes, you
So
talk
who's
about
no who
LeBron, bro, but you don't need to talk about
who
Steph. Steph Curry don't need 5 topics, bro. Give Steph 2. Give KD 2, give LeBron 2, and give the Wizards. They pretty good next year. They done changed their team around. Talk about them. Get team invest. Oh, the Wizards good this year. Let me go watch the Wizards. Back in the day, they don't do that no more, bro. I'm telling you. Back then they did, bro. That's right. That's how I used to watch it. That's how I knew about Gilbert Arenas. That's how they used to promote. They don't do that no more, bro. They don't do that no more.
I feel
They
like they
promote
was
the
a
whole
top three
team,
team in the but they was a top three team when they like so I'm just what I'm saying. Like I feel like people was talking about Shade for
bro.
sure. I'd give you
You,
Tyrese,
bro, you
but
used to be able to, bro. You used
he
to be
was an
able to
MVP. He the
bro, you
MVP
used to be
though.
able to
Like I,
you used to be able to tell your team starting lineup and at least know 2 players off the bench. You don't know that no more, bro. Let's just be
it's no but
real.
that's just a whole fan. That's it's no more that's the way the fans have changed though. Like it's
No,
more
that's the
players than
media. The media used to promote, bro. The media used to promote, bro. I'm telling you, the media used to promote. They don't do that no more. I'm telling you, they don't, bro. It's post COVID, they don't, bro. That's why the ratings suck. Post COVID, they don't. I'm telling you, bro. 2015, 16, 17, 18, they were. I used to watch it. That's how I knew about the Celtics and Jay. I didn't know Jason Tatum was, bro. Until I started watching TV, they started explaining who he was. Who Jaylen Brown. I'm like, okay, let me watch it. I knew about the bench, Marcus Smart. I knew about all that because they used to promote that NBA jump. I remember they used to talk about everybody. They talk about the same teams all the time, bro. Nigga, you got to talk about a 30-minute show. You talking about the same nigga 4 times. That's crazy, bro. And he ain't died. Nothing crazy happened in his life or nothing. We just talk about him. That's lame, bro. Talk about some of these young bulls, man. Get some of these young kids some coverage so they can blow up. So they can get some notoriety. Why be you talking about the same 3 dudes who finna retire soon?
I mean, yeah, I give you that.
Okay, see a temp seed. We talking about they going to win the championship. Stop that, man. Talk about Steph Curry and leave it alone until OKC be good again, man. I mean, until Golden State be good again. Golden State was a temp seed. We talking about they gonna win the chip. Mavs a temp seed. Can they win the chip? That's crazy. That's desperate, bro. That's lame. That ain't it, bro. Talk about OKC. Talk about the teams that
Yeah.
actually been are good and are winning. So, like he talking about these same bozo ass teams, bro.
Now, well, I give you that they talk about the old players too much. I see why you would say that. So yeah, I give you
They
that.
do, bro. They talk about
But
LeBron.
Shea was in
Like,
the rotation though. Like
of course you're
to
gonna talk
me,
about
from the shit
LeBron.
I was watching, like
Yeah. Of course you're gonna talk about LeBron. You supposed to. It's LeBron. But
of
he get
course.
3, 4 topics? God
But I mean,
damn.
you forgetting it was a blockbuster big trade though. So it was
That's
like a way.
cool,
It's like a
bro.
wave. Like
But, bro, it's weird when we're talking about the Lakers. You're talking about are the Lakers gonna be OKC? And this team gonna be OKC more. You're talking about OKC. If OKC is the king, and you're trying to find a team that's gonna dethrone them, why are we not talking about the king? Why are we keep talking about people, challengers trying to beat the king? I don't get it, bro. We're doing more talking about the challengers than the king, who's OKC. OKC should get way more coverage.
well,
Hopefully, when
I
they win
mean,
this
shit.
chip, if they win the chip, they gonna get coverage like the Nuggets.
Now
You see
Denver the
the coverage of
king,
the
but
Denver coverage done went up because of Jokic though too. Also,
yeah, I'll say then they're the king because they was losing a lot relative to now too. So we got to take that into consideration. Like in playoff time is what I'm talking. They have a good
but this
record
whole
regular season.
season, this been OKC to
It
lose, bro.
has. Yes, it has. Absolutely.
Because people like I remember last year,
What's the
people like,
score right now?
let me see.
Yeah,
I
check
thought
that
you
shit
watching.
because
I thought you watching it, bro. Let me see. Oh, 90, 95.
see, bro, this shit, bro, they hooping too, bro. Like I love it. I'm here for it. Let the best two teams, like fuck it.
I'm gonna be 96, 90.
Best two teams, man. Fuck it. Like fuck that player shit.
My best two teams.
Like. And then the other thing, like this finals, this is a really good finals too. Since game one, it's been cracking. Like this is one of the best finals like to watch. Because all them lock up.
You ain't lying. I agree with you. They do.
That's my main shit. Like, is the product good or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I hang my hat
But
on. Like,
your ratings matter, bro. Ratings matter.
it does, it
But
does,
you
it
gotta have a
does.
good product.
But it's
Want to
like,
make sure
but
you
it's
have a
like
good
if you
product.
the way I look at it is like if you selling like what toilet paper, do your ratings matter, nigga? We all got everybody gonna be getting toilet paper forever. Like everybody got to wipe their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look
Okay.
at it.
I agree.
Like that shit gonna sell forever. But I feel no, I agree with you though. Like I don't see how the ratings low though. That's what I'm saying. But
Oh, they're
you
down
make
by
it,
3. Indiana down
man.
by 3. Siakam just shot a 3. Shout out to
Siakam
Siakam.
Cole, man, he's a really
He
good
got
player.
he got the offensive rebound, then scored.
Your twin
Jalen.
brother, by the way.
Okay. Okay, got the ball back. Got an offensive rebound back. That's in there. Okay. OKC shoot a 3 of their own. Now they up by 5.
Damn. Now that the
Jalen
game, last
Jalen Williams
game, Shea,
33.
bro, Shea took that game over, bro. Last game.
Jalen Williams got 3. Oh, still.
Who stole it?
Come on, Neesmith. Now, what's my boy name is? Nimhart. Nimhart tried to pass it. He tried to pass
Andrew.
the ball out. He tried to pass the ball out to Halley, and the ball stood out his hand, and Carson Wallace grabbed it and laid it up. Now
Oh
they up by
shit.
7.